Welcome to the Intelligent Drinking Game. This is an idea that I came up with a long time ago. The premise of the game is you pick a topic, you come up with questions about that topic. The questions get harder the deeper you go, and every time you ask a question, you take a shot. The harder the questions get, the drunker we will be.
So the more honest we will be, hopefully.
And that is the tea. The topic of the video today is social media. I'm Ryan McCartan. I'm an actor. Star of stage and screen, 1.2 million followers on Instagram, and then other numbers of followers on other platforms. Instagram is my biggest flex.
I'm Samantha. I just hit myself in the face, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Nice. Thanks. 220,000 Instagram followers. And I work at High Five Studios, which produces a lot of YouTube content. So my job in its entirety is all based around social media. So we're gonna ask the question, take the shot, and then answer the question. First question is, what is your favorite thing about social media? Cheers. Oh God.
My favorite thing about social media, I think, is access to information and interconnectivity with others. I mean, as just like a person, being able to talk to people from my past who I otherwise would not be able to form that connection with, and also being able to use social media as an instrument to learn new things, which I think is a valid reason why some people use social media if they're in fact accessing real information, which is a big caveat there. I think those things are wonderful. And then to extend that, like as a person with a large following, to be able to have that connection with my fans in a way that has never happened before in entertainment. It takes so little for me to just like make someone's month. And that is quite honestly one of the most rewarding consequences of my life as a person in the spotlight.
Amazing. Yeah, I would essentially say the same thing. My favorite thing about social media is connection. You're able to connect with family members that you don't get to see all the time. You're able to connect with people you admire. You're able to connect with really anyone in the world, and there's something really special and powerful about that.
Totally.
Period, end of sentence.
Period.
Question number 2. Why, silence your cell phones.
Silence me so.
Silence your cell.
New sign into my Netflix account.
Why do people follow you?
It tastes like medicine, like terrible.
I mean, I really like using this vodka for mixing drinks. This was a mistake. Tequila next time.
That's what I said. Always tequila. Always tequila. Okay.
I think people follow me because of my inherently optimistic view on life. I think that's authentic.
You're going, okay.
I have two, it's kind of a two-parter. I think that's what is at the root of why people follow me. I think I'm fairly genuine on social media. I think that's why they stay. I think people follow me because I'm Ryan McCartan's girlfriend.
No.
I think that's one of them for sure. I don't think that's the top one.
No.
But I do think that's some. I think it's because I'm your girlfriend. I think it's because I work at High Five Studios. Yeah. People have seen me on the Matthias Vlog channel, on Battle Universe, on Team Edge. Those are the reasons that people follow me, but I think they stay for my personality.
100%. They follow you for your career, they stay for your personality.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or also because I'm pretty. Like, that's why they follow me.
I wish there was more substance than that.
I wish there was too, but at the end of the day, I would be very naive if I didn't acknowledge the fact that some people just follow me because they think I'm attractive. What about you?
The easy answer is that people follow me because of my career, yeah.
Sure.
But I always wonder why they stay. I admittedly am not very like savvy with social media. I don't really pay attention to the algorithms. I don't pay attention to what gets more clicks and what gets less. I mean, I'm a very impulse-driven person, and so if I want people to listen to a song that I made, I post about the song that I made. If I see something happen on the news and I want to talk about it, I post a more political video. If I took a fierce selfie, I post that. There's no real rhyme or reason to what I do. It's all very impulsive.
I think what people identify with in following you is that it is kind of impulsive and it's not very formulated, and so much of things on social media is very formulated and very precise, planned and strategic, and so sometimes it is just refreshing to see Ryan hop on Instagram and be like, oh, here's a video of me talking about this. It's refreshing. I think your voice is refreshing on social media.
Well, now I know why you follow me.
Yeah, that's why I follow him. And because he's sexy. Question numero 3.
Baby shark do 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 do,
baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Copyright claimed. How do you think you are perceived on social media? Follow-up question.
2 and 1.
Is it accurate? This was a mistake.
Yuck.
Disgusting.
I think that the perception of me is this like energetic, like
Opinionated.
sexually ambiguous,
Yeah.
fluid guy. That's not accurate at all. I mean, that's definitely a version of me when I get riled up. I'm incredibly introverted. I'm actually very shy. It's funny that that's sort of how I'm perceived, but I understand because that's also like, that's the vibe that I give off. And like, you know, if we're putting a video together and I'm in a pensive place, that's not entertaining. So that gets edited out.
Sure.
And then when something funny happens, I'm like, oh, daddy, look at, you know, then it's like, oh, put that in, that's funny. You know what I mean? So it's like the louder parts of my personality are emboldened on and by the internet, even though the softer side of my personality is probably what's most dominant in my actual life when I'm living it.
Based on the comments and messages that I get, I would say I am perceived as someone who is always happy. Yes, to be honest, my general disposition is fairly optimistic, but obviously that's not me all the time. I try to push that message out there more because constantly I get very sweet messages and comments saying like, oh my gosh, like you're just so happy all the time. Like I wish I could be like that. And I want to push back against that because that's not true. So in that regard, I would say that's not accurate because of course no one is happy all the time. Some people just perceive me as a pretty bubbly, I'm just a happy, positive girl on social media. And not that those things aren't true about me, it's just like not necessarily the things that I wish people would take away from my content.
Everyone has a baseline, and most people's baseline is around here. Admittedly, you know, I suffer from depression. I'm a pretty introverted person. I think my baseline is maybe a little lower than most people's. Your baseline is way higher than most people.
Yeah.
Like your baseline is way happier than most. Anytime you fall below that line, whether it's on the internet or out in the world, people are either coming after you saying, where's this thing we've come to expect? Or they're almost patronizing you in a way, saying like, oh, are you okay? Yeah. It's like you operate at 150% all the time, and when you show up at 125, everyone's like, oh my God, whoa, like what's the matter? It's like, I'm still, I don't know, I get offended on your behalf because of that. Question 4.
Question number 4. Are you guys having fun? If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe.
Oh.
Helps us out a lot. We want to grow our little family here on YouTube, and we'd like you to be a part of that. We have so much fun content that we're really excited and genuinely eager to make for you guys. Intelligent drinking game being one of them.
Sam has learned so much cool things. Sam has learned so many cool things here at High Five Studios, and I'm just convinced that she's going to be like the CEO of a multimedia company someday, and this is the beginning of it. If you can make this successful, then she can take all that money and turn it into a business, and then I am a sugar baby.
What is your least favorite thing about social media?
No. Why couldn't we just get like grown-up alcohol? Like just whiskey with no special taste.
21.
Tequila with no special taste.
Let me live.
This is not living. Trust me.
Not living if it's not with you.
My least favorite thing about social media is that algorithmically, the basis of social media and all of the mechanisms therein encourage the spread of negativity and falsehood more than it does anything else.
You got in my brain.
And the negativity upsets me both inter and intrapersonally.
Yeah.
Because of how the negativity affects me when it is
Pushed to you.
aimed at me, but then also when I see teen suicide is up, teen relationships are down, 25% of teenagers say they don't have a friend, 25 more say they don't even have an acquaintance. These are real statistics. That is a consequence of social media. That's the negativity side of it. And then just the blatant untruth. The fact that algorithmically things that are not true, that cannot be verified, get more attention and then get spun out to more people on purpose is criminal to me.
I mean, yes, exactly. That is the biggest point that I want to hit in this question. Is my least favorite thing about social media is how it rewards negativity. My follow-up least favorite thing on that point about social media is how completely unhinged it is. I would love to only be able to see the content of the people that I follow, but that is not what happens. You see things recommended to you. Sometimes things just pop up in your feed. You are pushed things. And like,
remember back in the good old days when it was just linear?
Yes.
If you posted it at 2 o'clock, I would see it at 2 o'clock. What a life.
Question number 5. That was like a Batman graphic. Like, okay, got it? Everyone on the same page? I have wings in the fridge.
Oh, you also have wings for days, honey. She said, bop, bop, single stroke. What's the 5th question?
5th question is, okay.
I took it without you asking.
5th question
Sick
is,
of waiting.
do you think your voice matters on social media?
Oh God, these are deep.
Do you think your voice matters on social media?
No.
Really?
Not really. I think that my voice has mattered.
Okay.
I think that in select instances, my voice
voice
will
has
matter. So at the very beginning of quarantine and everything, I was posting all of these videos just trying to get as much factual information that I could possibly gather about the state of the world to as many people as possible. I have a big platform. I thought that would be like a nice service that I could provide. And the world just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and my mental health was suffering because of it, and so I like took a break. And something that I got from a lot of people was like, you can't take a break. Like, your voice matters, you're important, you have to keep going. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, like I understand that every positive action taken by any person is a contribution to the collective zeitgeist of what is good. I understand that intellectually, and as a proxy of that statement, yes, my voice matters.
It is a complicated question to ask because I feel like, again, kind of like what you hinted at, I believe that there are instances where my voice does matter on social media, and I believe there are instances where it doesn't. And the most recent example of, I think, my specific voice not being the most important one to listen to on social media is the Black Lives Matter movement. There was just a moment where I was like, okay, I don't think people necessarily at this point in time need to hear my opinion on the situation. I would rather push to more qualified resources to talk about this topic. And so that was an instance where I identified, okay, I don't think my voice matters right here in this moment. But it is a complicated question to just be like, when does it matter and when does it not? And follow-up question, the part 2 of this question is, do you think your voice has an impact on people's lives?
Yes.
Yes, I think that is the natural follow-up question to this first question that we both kind of naturally hinted at is, I think that's the natural follow-up question.
You think we're going to edit that burp out? We're not going to edit that burp out.
No.
That's staying in the edit.
No.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Based off of some of the
For those of you at home, she keeps stopping and restarting as if we're going to be able to edit the drunk away.
We're not going to.
Yeah, this is the intelligent drinking, and the point is for them to see how drunk we are.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I was eloquent AF just then, so...
Yeah, you were particularly the tip of the tongue, the lips, and the teeth. Okay. I think, based off of messages I've gotten and comments I've gotten, they would lead me to believe that my voice on social media has had an impact on people's lives.
It's 2020. Social media is media. The chances of you, whoever you are, having at least one viral moment is actually incredibly high. But it's the insistence that these viral moments do matter. It's the way by which humans have started to trade social media followings or social media happenings or viral moments as some sense of social currency that, oh, she matters because of that number by her name. Oh, he matters because of those videos that he did. No. It doesn't matter. None of this matters, but does it have an impact? Like, can it be harvested for good? Yes. And by the way, does it have an impact because it's harvested for bad? Yes. And we need to have a serious conversation about both types of impact that people who create content are having on the world, and completely disavow people who are on the internet spreading lies and conspiracy and quite literally tearing governments apart, causing people to kill themselves, ruining marriages, ruining lives.
But something beautiful to just even think about right now is, like, as we are sitting here filming this video, drunk, this could be the 10 to 15 minutes of happiness and laughter that someone sitting at home watching this right now needed. And that's what I think, one, makes creating content worth it. Also is just a beautiful thing about social media, but just, the internet in general.
I think because of this idea of does it matter, we as humans make a mistake of equating whether or not something matters with some sort of quantitative figure.
Yeah.
Does this YouTube video matter? Well, it only got 10,000 views, so no. Because it doesn't matter unless it gets 1 million. If it matters to you, it matters. I think we need to divorce ourselves from the quantifiable metric of how many followers, how many views, how many likes. Are you doing it for you? Since starting this YouTube channel, we have spent more time together. We have sat down and created together. We've structured a routine. Our life has gotten better by doing this. That matters. That doesn't matter.
Sure.
And if there's an impact there, fantastic. But
it
this
matters.
Here. So you make it so that it matters to you and hope that it has an impact on others. But if you make it so that it will matter to others and therefore have an impact on you, you're doing it backwards.
Yeah.
Come on, vodka.
Beautiful.
All right, then.
That was question number 5, which means it is time for the lightning round. This is where we are going to do one more shot before the lightning round, and then we are going to rapid fire answer questions. No time for thinking.
So fast for you.
Okay. Favorite platform? Instagram.
TikTok. I'm shocked that I feel that way.
Me too. Least favorite platform? Twitter.
Facebook.
Oh, yeah, Facebook. I deleted my Facebook. Who's better at social media?
You are.
Me. Who has a better selfie game?
Time.
Me. Oh.
Well, my selfies are incredible. I'm a very handsome man.
This is awkward. Well, yeah, you're a very handsome person. That wasn't up for debate. Who would you fangirl over if they followed you on social media?
Adam Driver, because he doesn't have social media. So if he followed me on social media, that it means he literally made an account just to follow me. And frankly, I deserve that kind of love and attention from Adam Driver.
Beautiful. And also, I would think that was because he's casting a movie and he would want you to play his brother.
Adam, let's do it.
For me, I would Harry Styles / John Mulaney. Can you imagine the day that John Mulaney follows me on Instagram?
I don't even know what would happen.
I don't know. What is your post ratio of chasing clout versus posting for yourself?
30-70.
30 being clout, 70 being yourself?
Yeah. Because I'm still trying to get that clout. Like, I'm still trying to be like, notice me, I'm really talented, cast me in things.
I think I'm 50-50.
I would say that's fair.
I think
for
I'm
you.
50-50.
Yeah.
Well, that does it for our very first episode of the Intelligent Drinking Game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to comment a topic that you would love to see us discuss in a future episode of the Intelligent Drinking Game. Subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
How did you say that all so eloquently?
I don't know. People are gonna think I'm not drunk.
Fake.
No, I'm just a YouTuber, dude. Okay, that was the proof that they needed.
Bye.
Bye.